which he responded, like it wasn't like a I'm denying it. It was a like, you're actually a piece of shit to even entertain this. You know what I mean? It was the way he responded. It was the swiftness in which he responded. And also the next day, this man showed up for his daughter, like, hey, we got Mufasa. I'm not going to whimper or hide. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I don't have no reason to hide. I didn't do anything.
No clearance.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. We got Queen of the Pod herself in the building, KC, in the place to be. KC, how are you? Hope you're doing well.
Alive and well, as
Alive
always.
and well. That's good to hear. We also have producer of the pod. If you are not subscribed to the Patreon, you really should be. You missed some hilarious shit.
Truly embarrassing.
Just some hilarious shit from this episode.
Is when you cue that little the Hot Boy song. Woo 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 woo. You know that song?
Hey, listen.
Truly embarrassing.
The black.
If you want to see,
Black.
if you want to see the embarrassing moment that just happened to Jalen, please subscribe to our Patreon.
They will not see it.
For
I don't do
$5.
video for the Patreon.
Well, we're doing video this week.
Just the sound alone, Jalen, is classic.
This week requires video. And if you don't do it, I will. We gonna slap the video up for the Patreon members this week just so you can witness what happened. Now Jay, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna get straight into some things, man. Okay, so as we know, Kendrick Lamar dropped the amazing album, GNX. The last about 2 weeks ago now. Has it been 2 weeks?
It's been about 2 weeks.
Been about 2 weeks.
Yep.
In the first song, Whacked Out Murals, Kendrick Lamar had the line, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law." And it struck a nerve in some people. It got kind of went a little viral because a lot of people felt like this line was directed at comedian Andrew Schulz. Now, for those who don't know, Andrew Schulz is a comedian with his own podcast called Flagrant 2. And on the Flagrant 2 episode where he was interviewing the Shits and Gigs podcast, which their podcast has kind of gone down the drain since this episode, they asked them, they was talking about the black woman effect in which a white man dates a black woman. And they start to, look better. They start growing a beard. They get a nice fade.
They dress better.
Yeah.
And Schultz made a joke saying, they grow their beards out of stress, stress of dating a black woman. And he also said the beard is out of protection when they get the shit slapped out of them. Now, some people found that quite offensive.
Okay.
Some people found that, like, for one,
this is when this all started.
This is how this all started.
Yeah.
Now, people was mad at Shits and Gigs. People, especially because Shits and Gigs has a large black women following, and they felt like they did not defend black women.
They actually laughed too much. What the fuck? A lot of black women was like, "What the fuck so funny? You niggas is cackling."
But cackling, great word, as you would hear in the Patreon, if you will. But this is not about Shits and Gigs. This is about Kendrick and Andrew Schulz. Now, Andrew Schulz did a response.
Okay.
He actually did he said some wild things that I'm not going to say that on the podcast, but the gist of what he was saying was that there was he felt like there was hypocrisy, for Kendrick to say that was quite hypocritical. He feels like he felt like him going at him about talking about a black woman when Kendrick has worked with Dr. Dre, who has been known for allegedly, I can't say, I don't know nothing, allegedly abusing women, being in a situation like that, as well as working with Chris Brown. And I feel like there was some other things he said, but those are the only ones I can remember. Now, with all of that information, KC, what are your thoughts?
Here's
Oh,
what I'll say.
before you go, Casey, you also got to mention how he also said that hip hop in general is misogynistic.
So here's what
Sorry
I'll
to interrupt.
say. I will say that hip hop has a history of being very disrespectful to black women, and violating us and using us for, I mean, props, if you will. I think that you shouldn't be judged, or your defense shouldn't be based on, oh, I worked with X, Y, and Z, right? Because I think what the beautiful thing about music is, like, you can have that song for years, right? And it be before the situation or whatever, and then it comes out after said situation or whatever the case may be. So I'll say that for the piece of, like, oh, you worked with Chris Brown, right? And we already spoke about the Chris Brown situation. Like, it's no, I'm not gonna get into that. We already spoke about that. That is, unfortunate, but that situation is different. But I think with Kendrick, I think the mode he's in right now is just like anything that feels anti-black or anti-us, he's just not tolerating. And so I don't necessarily feel like it was a Andrew thing. I think it was just you were coming off anti-us, and I'm not going for it, if that makes sense. I also feel like I'm kind of on the fence, because I understand that comedy has. I remember when comedy, in Def Jam in the very early 90s or whatever, comedy was very raunchy, and the shit that was said was like wild and insane. And so I love that comedy, right? I love for comedy to always maintain its integrity. But I feel like sometimes it feels weird when you're targeting a group too much. Does that make sense? It's like, it's one thing if it's like, I'm talking about black women, I'm talking about Asian women, I'm talking, you know what I mean, white women. But it's like, sometimes it feels as a black woman, we're always the punchline. And I think it gets exhausting. It's like, find a different joke, find something else. Um, and so there's like that, like, battle of, like, love comedy integrity, but also like, we're wearing this fucking thing out. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
think we're kind of at that point with the P. Diddy shit. We're wearing that shit out. We get it. Yeah, okay. Dick in the butt, baby oil. You know what I mean? Like, find something else. Sometimes it feels like I know I have a guaranteed laugh if I talk about how aggressive black women are, or how assertive they are, and how that, ooh, damn, you stressing your niggas out in X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
We're always
You feel like
talking
that
about.
joke is overused? You hear that a lot?
Yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
think when we think, and like, if we step back and take away like black comic, white comic, whatever, if we step back, what black women are always getting this title of like being abrasive or being too much, stressing our nigga out. And it's like, it's always a negative. We're never glorified for holding our nigga down, even though they, did a bid, or, you know what I mean? It's always the negative that's emphasized. And I think, especially in that moment where we're literally giving black women glow, like, their flowers, and be like, no, the power of a black woman, they can really make a man glow up. Like, your appearance change, your priorities change, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, literally in a positive light, I'm saying that a black woman can elevate you. And in that same breath, in that same conversation, here you go saying, oh, well, but they got this because, black women stress them out, and because they slapped the shit out of them. That's not the narrative of every black woman. And then it generalizes us as well. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Not to go back to the shits and gigs thing, but do you think that's why black women were so upset with them? Because it was such like a low ball joke, like it
It's
wasn't even
cheap.
that funny. There was like I'm gonna admit, like Joe's joke shows was making. I didn't even think that was offensive because I was like, these are just low ball jokes. Like I don't even
It's
think he was
cheap. They're
trying.
cheap because
Yeah,
you
like
know you're gonna get a reaction for
yeah,
that. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and him getting the laughs made him just fucking lean more into it because they're
Yeah.
cackling. So I just think I just figured out why they basically got everyone so
And
mad at
so
them for
and
laughing.
like I said, I think the Kendrick situation is, it just happened to be Andrew in
Yeah,
that moment. I'm sure if
I
it was anybody else, I think he would have, like, he is really on his anti, it's us or not. And if you're not us, then I'm gonna call you out for it. I think that's where he's at right now.
because even Gary Owen said something too.
What he said?
That white comedian that always be on the black
I will say though, Gary
comedy
Owens
shows.
was married to a black woman.
He was married to a
He has
black
that
woman
personal
too.
Mm.
Yeah,
experience.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah,
who you're talking about, Gary Owens. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
And he cheated on her. So yeah.
he did. He
Did
did.
he? Yeah, he did cheat on her. He did cheat on her.
He
That
did.
was
He did.
crazy.
So
But yeah, no. To go on to
Good
the
call,
Kendrick
Casey.
thing, right? I don't think it was even a shot, like you said, Casey,
mm,
at the end there. It wasn't even a shot at Andrew specifically. I think it was just basically like he was talking in general. Don't let any white
mm-hmm,
comedian talk about black women. Like
mm-hmm,
he probably heard one too many white comedians that day when he was recording the song
mm-hmm,
make a joke about black women, and
mm-hmm.
that's probably why he says so. So he's
Yeah.
being basically in general. Now Schultz responding, of course Schultz is gonna respond because his was the most viral moment.
He's
Of
kind of the biggest one
if
out right now.
if somebody made a subliminal towards me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to respond if they're that caliber. Imagine Beyonce said something to UKC like "fuck you." You'd be like, "What? Beyonce talk about me?"
You see, but I'm
That
sick and
I'm
twisted. Beyonce knows who I am.
exact,
Nah, big
but
facts.
get to
You know
that
what I mean?
extent. But like, so you go. That's different. Men got pride. So like, oh,
Oh, y'all egos
LeBron
be
James
really,
going to
y'all
disrespect
egos
me.
be fucking
Fuck
y'all up.
LeBron James. That's why I would think Kendrick came from, because you know the joke and the jokes he made. He just made. I mean, the Andrew was coming from, and the jokes that
Yeah.
he made about Kendrick in response was like such Andrew Schultz jokes that like people who never heard him before gonna be like, "What the fuck?" It is like I've heard him say worse shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and the thing about me is like he makes fun of everybody. I'm not trying to
and that
defend
and
him.
that's and that's where I was like saying the comedy piece, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's not like he's always hitting that. That's why I feel
Hmm.
like you said, Jayla, I think it's a general because he's
Yeah.
not someone he's like targets one group.
Exactly. Cause like he makes fun of everybody, and like it's weird because he like culturally understands shit that he shouldn't
Mm,
know. And
yeah.
I think that's why like he'll be saying some shit, but I'm like, how the fuck you know that? Like about certain cultures, like he be catching people all the time. So like I don't think he was directly the one he was talking about. But I think it's
Yeah.
gonna now it's because he responded, people gonna look at all the worst shit he said and be like, oh, he's a racist. Oh, he's a that. Oh, he's a
Hmm.
this. And then like it's easy to like, I don't know. I'm not saying because I'm a fan of him and all, but it's just it's
Yeah.
funny to realize when you actually listen to somebody talk for years and then they start
Mm.
getting noticed for some of the stupidest shit they said when they probably said some worse shit that like if
I
you go
promise you,
back.
yes. I like it's not a doubt.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah,
you think,
but
Tyler?
Honestly, the whole thing had me thinking like, uh, what was it? What black topics are off limits for white comedians? Now,
Ooh.
remind you, I do be feeling like, sure, you're a comedian, you have every right to say what you want, but as a community,
Mm-hmm.
what do we, put our feet down and put a foot down on and be like, hey, yeah, that shit not funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it really, that for me brings up that question. Now we got Kendrick who has put his foot down on saying, as a white comedian, uh, we not gonna let you do that. We not gonna
Mm-hmm.
let you come over here. And it's really, I feel like it's a two parter. Of course, we don't disrespect black women, but also we not finna let you make profit off of black women no more. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, and that's it's a microcosm of a bigger thing, right? But
Yeah.
we not finna let you use that. And mind you, you can bring up the hypocrisy within the black community, but like we always say, yeah, that's something we deal with internally,
Mm-hmm.
and that has nothing to do with you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I feel like that has nothing to do with who he is. Now, yes, he does make jokes about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we've continuously said, that was Malcolm X said, the black woman is sadly the most disrespected. So while yes, you can make jokes about everybody, there is something different about you. You really have to watch your words if you're going to try and make a stretch and have a joke about black women. that just it is what it is. I feel like that's what comes with the
I have a,
territory.
I'm gonna
And
be
plus,
a,
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
it
be
could
a
be
Tyler's
funnier.
advocate real quick.
I feel like it could be funnier.
I'm gonna be a
You
Tyler's
paid
advocate real quick.
attention. Jalen's
I'm gonna be a Tyler's advocate real quick, my brother. But would you say not allowing any jokes towards us makes us look sensitive? Because I've been seeing this narrative lately saying black people were sensitive.
I'm gonna be real honest. We deserve the right. We deserve every right
I
to be
was just about to
sensitive, my
say,
nigga.
for
Yeah,
that,
That's number
I
one.
agree. I
That's
agree.
number one.
I need to
Number
ask.
two, make this shit funnier.
Yeah,
Just make it funnier.
yeah.
if we're hitting the same joke, it's not original. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
why-
tired.
That's why I said like it was weird that so many people got offended because it's such a low ball joke.
Yeah, just
I'm not
make it-
gonna
You know,
hold you.
yeah, it's such a low ball joke. Like, why is this even a topic conversation?
It is one of those things you
I
can
mean,
just brush
it's
off.
obviously because those brothers was cackling like they never heard that shit in their whole entire
But
life.
No,
I feel
but
like,
let me-
hold on.
my bad.
I feel like we just had this conversation about another podcast though.
Which one?
It was like two dudes. There was comments said about black women. And
No, it's
they,
the same
you know what I
Fresh
mean?
and Fit.
Is it
Yeah.
I thought it was the same.
Fresh and
Oh.
Fit. Them niggas is crazy.
But but hold on, but jog with me here.
Yeah.
If that happened in the same, and I'm not saying it happened yesterday, but it's kind of like if you're thinking about social media,
Yeah.
it's really not that long ago. So I
Yeah.
really feel like it's a sense of people feeling like, yo, we're playing this shit out. Y'all didn't hear
Yeah.
us the other time. We're gonna get really loud this time. Once
Mhm.
again, I will say that Kendrick's in his black bag. He is really in his, like, if you are not for us, you are against us. And if you are against us, we're calling you out.
Mhm.
And I think that is something new. I feel like as black people, we constantly turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? Shout out Martin Luther King, shout out God. But I feel like we're getting to the point where we're tired of turning the other cheek. I don't think it's sensitive. I think it's just you get fed up. You're tired of hearing the same shit over and over again. It's kind of like we heard the joke the first time, ha ha ha, we brushed it off, whatever. I don't think it's sensitive if you felt like you've brushed it off for so long. I mean, there's always going to be that last straw that breaks the camel's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the no dad joke. And when you say black people don't have no fathers, it's like that level of a joke.
That's not really our fault.
I know it's not our fault, but it's the
He
same.
said he was getting milk. Shit.
But it's the same level as joke as that. Like you say that too.
Yeah.
It's like, really, nigga, like that's
But-
where you're gonna go. I don't know.
And real quick, the shits and gigs, they really what
We
messed
can't
them
equate
up,
them to Fresh and Fit because them niggas
No,
is crazy.
we not. But what messed them up is when Andrew and Akash asked them, "Well, what do you prefer?"
Mm.
Yeah.
Between, I think they said, "Would you prefer white women or
Yeah.
black women?" And they did not answer.
Yeah.
Like they
See?
just was like,
And then that
they
adds
said we
another
love them all. They said we love them all. It's
bullshit.
like, nah, bro, you gotta answer.
Bullshit.
Wow.
That adds another layer because I feel like as a black woman, I'm not, for a lot of men of color or for men in general, I'm not their number one pick.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman of color, right? Or if it's
don't say woman of color. We
black woman. Sorry, I try to be
Yeah, 'cause
PC.
We removed ourselves
I
from
feel
that
like,
conversation.
I know that's right. Hold me a fucking accountable. Black bitches that's black. So
Black
I feel like the only way men feel like, ooh, I could date her if it's like this exotic, ooh, she not black like this, she black like, Caribbean or, another way. And so I think that adds to the layer now, right? We already feel like we're second to last or secondary. So that's another added layer. You know what I mean?
yeah. No,
So
understand.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
black bitches stand up. We lit.
Shout
Yeah.
out to black women. Shout out to black women.
Protect black women. That's all I got to say. I'm not trying to pander. I'm just saying.
Most educated, you know what I mean? Period. We're not slow.
That's really true. Like, if you think about it, I don't know about you, but every time I go somewhere, I always go to the black woman first because I know
you know
my
she gonna
answers
know
are gonna
some
get
shit.
answered. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? Like every time in my life, even like my peers, like I get into it with a person of the other variety of peoplehood, and I get upset, and I see a black woman, I would go to the black woman and vet, and she don't understand me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's what that's
Fair.
you know.
Shout
You
out the
gotta
black
protect
lady at
them.
a Target drive up this weekend. She's the realest one.
Hey,
She the only one that know what the fuck going on.
shout out.
Okay. In other news, man, Jay-Z has been uh has been has allegations. Jay-Z has allegations. He is now added in a sexual assault lawsuit filed by a Jane Doe.
Pussy.
Jay-Z, can I read his statement or
Damn,
should I
KC,
shorten?
come on now. You can't say
Stand on
pussy.
business.
Let me first say,
Yes,
KC,
no,
I will say this before I read
That's
the
not gonna be a
statement.
clip. You gotta listen to the
No.
podcast here.
Before I read the statement, KC predicted this would happen.
Yes,
I
she did.
did.
A
Damn,
while,
I'm
yeah.
too fucking good, bro.
Now,
Oh
there's a
man.
little weird part about this, but we'll talk about it later. Now, let me read Jay-Z's statement. Can I read it? I'm going to just read some of it.
Mm.
Oh, this is a powerful statement.
No, it is.
All right. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby. That is the lawyer. But I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. I'm skipping a sentence. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We
Shout
have
out
very
Mercy.
strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Those are the words of Sean Carter. Now, some of these allegations are just plain weird to me. I say that because it is allegedly that the woman at the time was 13, just roaming the streets of New York City, which is actually, for New York City, that
I
kids
would
do
say
that.
I could
Kids do
believe
it's
it
that.
in the
valid.
90s. I could
She
believe it in the
pulled up.
90s.
This was 2000.
I could believe it in 2000.
She
No, no,
pulled
no.
up to a
That's because you
limo.
got to think we didn't know nothing about
Fair,
psychopaths and shit
fair.
like that at
Yeah.
that
She
time.
pulled
For
up
real.
to a limo, and the nigga said, "You look like Diddy's type." That is fucked up. Now, I'm sure in the
I didn't even know
2013
this
year olds
part.
was looking like that. She said he looked like Diddy's type. So she, after the driver dropped Diddy off, allegedly, he picked her up and took her to an after party. And this is where things went down. Now, allegedly, Jay-Z was in the room, and then there is the alleged of a third person being in the room, a woman watching the whole thing. This is
It's
very
interesting.
weird.
It's crazy.
It's very weird.
It's a weird situation. So I'm sitting here like, first of all, you couldn't. Okay, so even if I'm just looking at the story, okay, you couldn't tell this girl 13, and then it was like nobody checking IDs for this to be in the official party of celebrity. No one checking IDs.
Here's. Go ahead, Jalen.
Sorry, kid. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I feel like I could believe it, but once I heard this part of the story, I don't know if I believe it or not.
And by the
Because
way,
I could believe like there was a 13-year-old girl who was hanging out with a group of older girls going to a party they shouldn't have been going to. And I'm not trying to say that it's okay. But like sometimes, what if she's one of those young women who developed quickly and could fit in with the older girls?
Like
I'm
physically,
not
you don't look
like
your age.
physically,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Mm.
physically. I'm okay
No,
with
No,
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 it,
but
no,
but
no. I
yeah.
understand
I
because
just got to preface this.
I've
You know what I'm
been
saying?
I've
I
been
have
witnessing this
eyes,
shit
I
in
have
the
ears,
family,
and
so I get it.
I was 13 and I was a kid once, and I remember seeing.
I get it. I get it.
I
So
just
At
I'm
the
not
same
saying that
time,
I believe it or don't believe it, but the way he responded made
mm.
me think
this man is pissed.
he's pissed off.
By the way, Jay-Z has
I don't
sued
know.
for a defamation. He
Yeah.
sued back.
And his
so
swiftness of his response, he wasn't playing.
So here's my thing. I called it. I already knew. You
Mm-hmm.
got to think about this is P
Beyonce.
Diddy's one of the most powerful men in music, right? So if he goes down, they're obviously going to automatically be like, okay, so then Jay-Z's the, powerful as well. So, they've rubbed elbows. Is he in on this shit? And so I could see it was very predictable, right? So there's that angle. The other angle that I saw online was people were like, Beyonce is very polished as far as her publicity. I mean, she scrubbed the internet of any pictures that's not flattering. She is just very polished. Like she doesn't even in interviews, her answers are very like prepped, if that makes sense. It's hard to catch her slipping. So they were saying, oh, they're using Jay-Z to kind of dirty up Beyonce's name or image so that she doesn't win album of the year or whatever. It messes up her chances and this and the third. So there was like those two things popping around. My honest opinion is I cannot say, oh, I don't hold things past people. I'll say that. I think we've learned throughout the years, and this is not me saying I hope that that's right, but I'm not going to say, oh, no, Jay-Z would never, because I feel like we've said that about a lot of other people and they've done some really evil, not okay shit. Right. And so I want to preface, by saying that. Now, I felt in my spirit it was unlikely, just the same way y'all did, because of like the way in which he responded. Like it wasn't like I'm denying it. It was like, you're actually a piece of shit to even entertain this. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It was the way he responded. It was the swiftness in which he responded. And also, the next day, this man showed up for his daughter, like, hey, we got Mufasa. I'm not going to whimper or hide. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I don't have no reason to hide. I didn't do anything. And I think, too, suing them for defamation is also the icing on the cake. This would not be our first time of us hearing about somebody trying to get a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to belittle real ass victims out there. You know what I mean? People that have really been affected or victims of assault or anything, malice or anything that they didn't want to participate in, they were forced to participate in. But it's really sad because then when shit doesn't turn out to be that, you're actually discounting and discrediting real victims. And that's the shit that's sad. Like one, you kind of are trying to taint this man's legacy, but two, the real victims that are out there now, when they do come out, if they do come out, it taints their credibility. And I think that's not fair. And that's fucked.
Very well
Okay.
said, KC.
I
I
oh go ahead.
I I had to say, who the fuck is this lawyer? Because
Mm,
I really had to start looking into this because there's two situations going on amongst black people that I feel like spotlight should be placed on. Number one,
mm,
this nigga, his name's Tony Busby. Now, mind you, not only is he working on the Diddy case, he's working on the Deshaun Watson case, all
mm.
those civil cases.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
This nigga got a lot of work.
Oh, so he
And
just
two, there's
headline chasing.
also exactly, and
Essentially, that's
two,
what it's giving.
there's this white dude. I think his last name's Starbuck, but he's been going. And this is not part of the subject. I just want to bring this up. His last name's Starbuck. He's been going after anything where black people do anything for black people. Like it's you can look it up yourself. He's been
Mm.
suing. He's been suing venture capital firms and things like that for specifically saying we're going to give money to black people. Now that's another
Oh wow.
subject, but these are two things that I just been. This is just some
Popped
weird
in your
shit.
head, yeah.
Now the lawyer Tony Busby, ironically, based on Wikipedia, has a sexual assault case on him. A
Mm.
lady is suing him for sexual assault. At the same time, he's doing all of this shit. I just don't understand where these niggas come from.
I don't know why he
I
got
think
this
that's the
type
real
of buzz
question. And
and recognition.
my thing is, you can't be doing this shit for free.
Yeah.
I really got to
Yeah.
know where this money's coming from and who was paying this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you a random ass nigga from Texas. The nigga's from Texas. He's a Texas lawyer making all of these, doing a lot of these civil cases. I'm not saying these niggas ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't saying these niggas ain't do nothing
It's
right.
just a hell of a coincidence.
The shit just seems a bit weird that you are a lawyer from Texas making these cases to these niggas up in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I'm saying is shit smell a little funky.
I
And
will
we
say
can't
though,
follow the money. I don't know where the money comes from.
I'm feeling
And I
like
know he ain't
Tyler's
doing this for
advocate
free.
today. It might have to change to Jalen's advocate. Because I will say though, we all know Beyonce was like 16 when he first met her. We just don't talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Why she go off? We gotta talk about it. We gotta
Yeah,
talk
talk about it
it.
without my face. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
He
just.
was
Why is it so? What is it true? But these been rumors since forever.
You said when he first met her, when they started dating.
When he
when
it
they
don't
start dating.
it but doesn't matter
Supposedly.
if he met her when she would. He was a grown man.
When they dropped what was the hit single when they first
Dangerously
came
in
out?
Love. Bonnie and Clyde.
When did that come out?
Nah, I'm just saying.
Bonnie
This
and Clyde
claims of
was
like
they
what is that? 03?
I want to say it
Was
was
it
early
03
2000
Bonnie and
because
Clyde?
this was yeah 03 because this is when TRL was still like a thing because
But
they had went to
here's
TRL and Denim.
How old was
here's my
Beyonce
other claim though.
when Bonnie and Clyde dropped?
I also feel
How
like
old was
Beyonce
B?
is older
Yeah.
than she lets on. You know what I'm
When
saying?
Bonnie and Clyde dropped 03, how old can we
There's
make
two
it?
rumors that I believe.
KC is part of the hive.
I'm just
Beehive,
saying.
if you attack, please do not at Casey. I am one
But
of the
here's my
bees.
thing. Here's my thing.
Just
This is why I
FYI.
never. I gotta say. This is why I never really believed these claims that she was 16 when they met. I have a feeling Beyonce is older than what she says, and she says she's younger than what she really is because she looks so beautiful.
Beyonce was
But
22 when Bonnie and Clyde dropped.
yeah, but they're saying that he met her and they
Wow,
started dating
22.
before, like a Tiger Kylie Jenner situation. They're saying that's when he met her. They were friends when she was a teenager, and then when she came of age, they started dating. Now, I'm not trying to get attacked by the Beehive. I don't want to get attacked by the Beehive, but this
Y'all
is
know who to
some.
attack.
This is some of the things that get talked about these great people. I hate how
I
y'all
feel like,
let
also
me
here's
die
my
on
thing
this shit.
because at the end of the day,
sure
Jay,
as hell did.
I'm gonna let
Them
you die.
motherfuckers get
Here's my
active. What are
thing,
you
bro.
talking about?
This is the price that a lot of these people are pay for fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is all on some shit like back when Batman, the niggas say you just live long enough to be the villain. Like at the end of the day, in this society, somebody gonna come for you. Somebody really gonna make up some shit. And
Yeah.
it's like
So I don't know
it's
what's
like
true and what's
the
not true.
world just kind of fucked up. And at the
Here's
end
my
of the day,
thing.
you just don't believe shit.
I
You
don't
gotta
believe
think,
nobody no more.
there-
Bill Cosby
there
is a
are-
rapist. I don't believe nothing. Can't believe nothing.
Here's my thing. You gotta think they are billionaires, so their haters match their scale. Does that make sense?
Telling you.
Yeah.
Like
Telling
we
you.
got haters that match our scale. So if you got a motherfucker that's a billionaire, not only am I a hater, but now I have money to fuel or to like add to my hatred or make life difficult for you. So I would not hold it past somebody that is hateful of Beyonce and Jay-Z and kind of like their empire and what they got going on, being like, yeah, let's really shake them up. Now, for me, Jane Doe, her not revealing her name, I understand it, but then I don't, because especially in the age of Cassidy, Cassie, where we see that she came out and she's like, I'm a victim, but I'm above it. This happened to me, but this is not my story, kind of a thing, like not letting it define her. This is the time where if you were truly a victim, you should feel safe to reveal your name, because majority of the time, if true, you're going to be backed. You're going to get that support. Now, I'm not going to say that that was necessarily the case, decades ago, but I'm saying in this day and age, I think now with the Me Too movement, Cassie, like, it's just so much going on. It's very unlikely that you wouldn't have been backed or supported.
Totally understand what you're
True,
saying.
but
You know what I mean? Not saying that you
I'm
have
just
to reveal
saying,
your name, but it's like it adds to the like suspicion.
if you really wanted this to go down, like this to come out and fuck up
Yeah.
his life, you'd say who you were. I get what you're
Mhm.
saying. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to say, because at the same time, you also got to be like, I get it. You don't want to, like, it's one of those things where it's like,
You just want to live your life.
Yeah.
yeah, like, you get why they don't say their name, but you also get why, like, they should. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finding a lot of this stuff.
It's crazy. I wasn't expecting all this stuff to come out in the last couple days.
With that being said, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, man. We're gonna go to
Lighten it
KC's
up a little.
picks.
Come on.
KC did a great job last week. I don't.
Okay, what was I batting?
Yeah. Well, I believe you had Detroit beating Green Bay.
Okay.
You had the Panthers winning.
Uh-huh.
No, my bad. You had the Eagles winning. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Please forgive me.
Did the
You
Eagles win?
had- Yeah.
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 They won.
Huh. Come on.
Now, I want to say you did have.
If
the
they
Chiefs
make
beating
it to the Super
Chargers.
Bowl, I will be
Yep, I said the
sick to
Chiefs.
my stomach.
But I think you had the Bills beating the Rams.
You know what?
Now,
But
the
that
Rams-
one I kind of chucked up to the game. That one was
Yeah,
like
you chalked that one
wasn't-
up. The Rams
No.
won by 2. That game was 44
That was a good
to 42.
That was a good game.
That was a high scoring football.
That was a really good
anyway.
game.
Oh, wow.
So 3-1 last week. Good work. Good
Okay.
work.
It's not bad.
Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. The Thursday night football game in San Francisco. We're going with the Los Angeles Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers. The NFC West is in a very tight race for the playoffs right now.
Okay.
The Rams are 7-6, while the San Francisco 49ers are 6-7. However, the Rams looked exceptionally good last Sunday. I mean,
And
like
you
I
said they won, right?
Yeah, they put up 44 points last week. Excuse my phone. They put up 44 points last week.
Okay.
The Niners, I forgot. I think I hope they won. I don't know. I forgot what happened last week. They might not have played, but they
I don't
are
think
suffering.
they played. No, they
They
did
are
play. They won.
suffering.
They won.
No, who they beat?
They beat the Bears.
They are suffering from injuries.
They beat up on the Bears.
Ooh.
Okay, they played. They got some serious injuries, but they have great coaching. So it's one of those things where the team is built to withstand anything that comes to them in regards to injuries, but they just don't have all the players they need, in my opinion, to beat like
Christian
top
McCaffrey
dogs.
been having a rough year.
So it's the 49ers, and what was the other team? I forgot.
Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams.
The Rams
You know
are
what?
7-6, and the 49ers are
I'm gonna
6-7.
go. I did opposite. So last week I didn't count on the Rams. I'm gonna count on the Rams this week. I'm gonna say
I
they
like
got
it.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be one of those good ones to watch.
We have a battle for the state of Pennsylvania. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, this
It is going down. I'm getting a lot
good
of
one.
trash
It's gonna be a
talk
good
from the
one.
Pittsburgh boys. Of course, this is a true battle of two
I just
black
realized
quarterbacks.
there's two teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
We we got
Fuck.
Russell
I never thought of
Wilson,
that.
quarterback for the Steelers, and Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Eagles. While they, Eagles got Saquon Barkley.
Jalen
Now,
Hurts. What a man.
the Steelers are 10-3, while the Eagles are 11-2. The game is in Philadelphia.
Oh, tricky.
Steelers have a really good defense. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, their coach. But you got to come to Philly, my brother, and it's not going to be fun.
You know, I would say because fuck, I just don't know. I feel like I haven't gone against Eagles and it's done me really well. So I don't want to start that now
I'm disappointed in you.
and fuck up your shit, Tyler, because I do this for you and the fam. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So I'm gonna give it to the Eagles.
I'm disappointed in you.
Lovely,
Disappointed.
lovely.
Jalen
That
want me to
hurt,
say the
Casey.
Steelers so fucking bad.
That hurt, Casey.
Right.
That hurt.
Right.
That hurt you. The perfect opportunity. Just to.
All right, we got two more. We got a pretty tough matchup for Sunday night football. We have the Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks. The game is in Seattle, home of the 12th man. The Packers are 9-4, while the Seahawks
I don't even
are
think I know anybody on the
8-5.
Seahawks anymore.
Seahawks are coming off of a really good win. You probably
DK
don't.
Metcalf. The kids like him.
This is a wide receiver that is built like a chiseled god.
He's in commercials
He eats Skittles
all the time.
Yeah, so the Green Bay Packers versus
he's
Seattle
cute.
Seahawks. Two black quarterbacks.
The first picture that came up is shirtless. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. I know what team I'm picking, but go ahead.
Packers are 9-4. The Seahawks are 8-5. Who you got?
Fuck, 8-5. Jesus. Fuck it, Seahawks. Not for anything outside of what I just saw. Yeah.
The DK. Wow.
Go ahead, DK. Bring it on.
Ooh, we got a tough.
Casey's gonna be like, yeah, go after that ball, DK.
Literally, the picture that came up, he looks shredded. Yeah, I'm scared of that guy.
No, he's great.
I'm scared of him.
Boy.
Last one, man. Another great matchup. It's a real toss-up, but we need the Lions to lose. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the Detroit Lions.
Oh, that's
The
gonna be
Buffalo
crazy.
Bills are
Didn't they
10
play
and
it
3.
already or no?
No, not against each other. These are one's the AF team, one's the NFC team.
Okay.
Lord, I can't. The Bills are 10-3, while the Detroit Lions are 12-1. The game is in Detroit.
Nice. Okay.
Now the Buffalo Bills are coming off a road loss last week, as we previously talked about, but now they have to go back on the road again to play the best team, probably the best team in the league. You could say Kansas City, but they got the same record. Yeah. Who you got, KC?
Okay, Lions have 10-1, right?
12-1.
12 and
and
1.
the Bills are 10-3.
That's nasty.
Josh Allen ain't won since he proposed and embarrassed that black man.
He embarrassed the black.
So
I'll
I'm gonna go Eminem, Detroit Lions.
Okay, I'd say it too.
I like that. I like that. I need Buffalo to win this game.
I say Buffalo too. I mean, I say the Lions win. You know why? I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, why? Is this part of y'all shit?
This is part of Jalen's nerd news. So,
Gotcha.
Miles Morales, that voice actor, what's his name? Shameik Moore, old boy from Dope. All right.
Yeah. Actually,
so he was the voice of Miles Morales, and the white woman, who was the voice of Spider-Gwen, Haley Steinberg. He was trying to holler at her the whole press tour. She was curving him left and right.
Wow. You gotta know when to fold it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like some things, it was embarrassing. He'd be like, I just know I feel so much better when I got Haley here. He was smitten over this white woman.
Like, he's doing that in the interviews, Jalen?
Yes,
like
it was embarrassing. Yeah. So, then this white woman who has a grandfather that's half black, so she got some black in her.
Okay, I know.
Got proposed to by the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, over Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I'm just upset because this caused this black man, Shameik Moore, to crash out like I ain't never seen before.
What do you mean?
This man tweeted out instance after the marriage announcement. Oh, there's more people in the world. There's always more people to meet in the world. There's other opportunities. I swear to God. I swear to God. This shit. I swear to God. Got Miles Morales looking a fucking fool. Raekwon the chef looking like an idiot. Looking like an idiot.
I'm not even about
and then
to hold you.
makes it worse though. The nigga dropped
It
a
gets
song.
worse.
The nigga dropped an R&B song. The nigga dropped an R&B song. So fuck the Buffalo Bills because we don't need this as a community. We don't need Miles Morales crashing out on the internet, crying
All right.
over a white woman. That's all I got to say.
I didn't. I'm
At
glad
least
I
she
didn't have
got
to say it.
a quarter black in her.
That's not
Well,
enough, though.
It's not enough.
That's a,
let's turn to some music, man. Big shout out to
please.
Smino. Smino dropped a project over the
You
weekend.
gotta listen to it still.
I am tragically forgetting the name. Let me pull it up real quick. It's called Maybe in Nirvana. Maybe in Nirvana by Smino. The album, from what I've seen on Instagram, is a compilation of songs he made in like 2019 and 2020, but he's dropping it as an independent project, which is cool for him.
That's upsetting.
Shout out. Why?
I
'Cause
thought
you
it
know
was a
it's old?
legitimate album. Like it was like I didn't know it was a compilation of songs he's already made in the past.
That's like
Is it
nothing.
not music you haven't heard? If it's music you haven't heard, it's a new album.
I guess I just appreciate like
No,
an
that
album that's like
Tyler's valid though. I mean, if you
I
haven't
know,
heard
but
it,
I just feel like I appreciate an album that's like specifically made to be like this is my album. Like if it
had
was
he
like
not said that, you wouldn't have even known that.
true,
If
I
you
guess so.
if you listen to it, I feel like
I
it's
feel like I'm
pretty,
still gonna like it, but I'm just like I wish it was like a I don't
It
know.
would
I
have
feel like
added an extra.
I feel like yeah, it would have added like oh he's been working on this for like
That's valid. I'll give you that.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he's already worked on this stuff. All he did was really put
Yeah.
it together. I don't know. That's why I feel a little disappointed
I
about it. I
mean,
didn't know
artists
that.
work on tons of
I
songs
I
over
get
the
that, but
course
like
of
you know what I
albums.
mean though.
Because I
It's
mean,
not
there's
the
been
same.
even when you think of like which we're gonna get to next. When you think of J. Cole's Forest Hill Drive, that man had Wet Dreams tucked away from like that man made Wet Dreams in like 08.
Yeah, but that's like that's different if it's a song or two that he's been holding off and then he starts working on an album. He's like, oh, this song I worked on years ago actually fits the album. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
No,
different. Like, oh, all these old songs, I'm gonna get them together and make an album out of it. But like, I don't know.
You
I
you
still
sounded
gonna
like
listen
you
to.
sounded like you really sound like Tyler's advocate today. I gotta.
I'm not. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
get
even
that one
trying to
too.
be. I was just saying. I felt disappointed. I felt disappointed by that.
Now I will say this: smooth ride.
Yeah.
It's a smooth ride. Like I can't give you no bars off of that joint. You know how Smino is. He like a cryptic nigga,
Yeah.
but like smooth ride for sure. Like it's not nothing where I'm not feeling. I ain't feel like I had to hit skip on nothing. I was listening to it while I was working. I ain't feel like I really couldn't stand the song.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely will recommend listening to that for sure. Finally, man, 24. We are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. J. Cole has dropped pretty much a bonus album for 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Allegedly, it was supposed to be a double album, but he, of course, it wasn't, and he dropped a bonus album digitally, which you have to purchase for $10, with an additional 8 songs. Yes.
So $10 for 8
now,
more songs.
$10 not only gets you the bonus album, but it gets you if you haven't purchased the audio series. If buy the album, it gets you able to live stream the 2014 Forest Hills Drive concert at Madison Square Garden. So it comes with live streaming that as well.
I hope the live stream don't go down.
I know. By the way, did you know for the concert,
honest, in this economy, it might not go down.
Yeah.
Speaking of economy,
who was going to this? It's probably expensive.
For the concert, he gave away 2,014 of those tickets away for $1 each.
Wow.
You had to sign up in this little queue joint, but he gave away 2,014 of those tickets away for $1, each one for $1.
That's beautiful. That's why
I need to know what the lineup is before I buy a ticket. I'm not buying a ticket in the lineup trash.
Hey, so
you wouldn't just go there to see Cole for 2 hours?
With this,
I need to know the lineup.
Oh, now real quick before you ask questions. My question about the album, I just want if now bring up the album on your phones before I ask the question.
Which album?
I already know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
I already got my answer.
I was looking at the notes.
Yeah, I would love to know your favorite songs off of the project. I feel like for me it was a very nostalgic time.
Oh,
Um,
I listened to that
It was
song.
a it
and
was a
after
simpler
listening,
time.
I
after
listened
Life
to
was
listening
that.
to the
good.
audio series, after listening to the audio series and like listen to his albums very
Yeah.
recently,
Uh,
it's just crazy how big of a difference the music is. Like this
now that you have
album
that
and moving
perspective.
forward, yeah,
Uh.
this album and moving forward, the difference in his music from like this album and like Born Sinner and
I'm a
Sideline Story.
born sinner, but I'm better than
But he sounded so much
that.
like relaxed and freer on Forest Hill
All
Drive.
right, you got
But
yours, Jalen. I got mine.
yeah,
Yeah, I got mine.
KC, what you got?
Get off my dick.
Oh.
Whoa!
It's a song,
Get
you
the
know,
fuck out my
because I feel like Cole don't really. Well, he does talk his
Talk
shit,
that
right?
shit.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's a track where he's like, from the start of the song to the end, he's like, I need you niggas to understand. Find you something safe to do. You don't want these problems. You know what I mean? Get off mine. Worry about
I like
yours.
that.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that.
Mine's is more sentimental.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
A Tale of Two
Love
Cities.
yours.
Oh,
No,
A Tale of Two Cities. Wow,
Yeah, you know,
interesting. Why? What
it's
is
Okay.
so
one of them
sentimental?
songs that really hit me. Because it talked
Why are
about
you
how
talking so
Cole.
light skinned like right now?
Because, I got a shit on my light skin. But this album means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. I've been through some stuff while listening to this
We
album.
got man. Jay and I got a
Walking
whole
around
story
this
about
goddamn white
listening to
ass
that album.
school.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It made a difference.
It just reminded me of like growing up. Like I
Mm.
didn't grow up in the hood. I grew up in Somerville. But we still had our moments.
Somerville,
where,
stand up. Or I mean, or sit down.
it's
That's cool too.
please sit down.
Bigotry is everywhere.
But I just feel like in my time we all went through that where like we thought about selling drugs.
Yeah.
And we got
Swear to God.
told
Ooh.
told by someone you respect, don't do that. Or like
Are you? It seems like you mixing this up with 03 Adolescence. But
no, that's a Tale of Two Cities.
okay, hands
What?
in the air now.
Oh shit.
Hands in the air.
No. The
03
whole album in
Adolescence.
itself gives me that
Nigga,
vibe.
you know how you sound right now? You
Yeah,
was my
that's
mans, I
03
would think that you a
Adolescence.
clown right now. Listen,
Damn.
you
a
everything I
clown
want
right
to be.
now.
That's why I
Oh,
fuss with
man.
you. So how
You know what it
looking up to
is?
me when I
You know
look
what
up
it
to
is? You know what it is? It's the
What?
combination. 03 Adolescence goes into A Tale of Two Cities.
you? It does. It does.
And that's why, I always connect them as the same song.
No, that's
I'll be
that's valid.
100%
Okay, we'll
with
give it to you.
Because
We'll
I'm
give it to you.
listening
Got
to it now. It went right into it. And I'm like,
03 Adolescence.
but
Okay.
that's what I was thinking about 03 Adolescence. I'm sorry. You knew where I was going. You knew I was going. You knew what I was talking about.
I really didn't until you said the story about living in, I didn't. I got you now though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say two of them, but first, no
Well,
role
now I feel
models.
stupid.
I'm gonna say no role models. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. That's like a legendary line.
Yeah, that's a good line right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, talking about Aunt Viv. That was some real ass shit.
know.
Real ass shit. That was a conversation niggas wasn't even ready for.
But I feel like a lot of niggas feel this way, like
Mm.
damn, we didn't grow up in the era of like when the black women we thoroughly adore was like really doing their thing on the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. And then apparently it's very.
That's a good song.
Apparently it's very emotional to me, but yeah,
I like Wet Dreams.
KC, when this album leaked. This album first it leaked, and I was like, I'm a hardcore Cole fan. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't finna listen to
We
the
didn't
leak.
do it.
I'm gonna wait for the
We
drop.
didn't do it, KC.
We gonna wait for the drop.
We didn't do it.
So the album drops. We run to the room.
I was with
download that joint. The download take 2 hours.
Took 2 hours.
The school Wi-Fi
Damn,
slow
not
as
2
hell.
That was
hours.
the Wi-Fi was horrible back then.
But then we put the we put the phone to the aux. You know,
We
what
didn't
I'm
give a
saying?
fuck about the quiet hours. We didn't give a fuck about the quiet hours.
Everybody gather around. We trying to listen.
We held open court.
And we had to shout out to Social, but Social was pissing us the fuck off because the nigga was commentating.
Hey, we was like, hey, listen here, nigga. We listen to Cole right now.
When you listen to Cole, you shut
shut
up.
the fuck up. On the second listen, we commentate.
I'm screaming.
It was listen number 1, KZ. We was just enjoying it.
I'm telling you. But yeah, fun time.
Great time.
Fun time.
I downloaded on my Toshiba because Tyler didn't want to do it on his computer because he was a computer science major. He couldn't afford to fuck up his computer. So I was like, I'll take the bullet. My computer's ass.
That's thoroughly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm screaming.
Shout out to
that also helped to add to the 2-hour wait time. But yeah, this album brings back so many memories. So here's my question though, T.
What's up?
So he's dead ass, huh?
About what?
About retiring after the fall off.
I think he is dead ass
He's
about
dead ass.
If anything, dead ass about. I can see him focusing more on production and the Dreamville records. But I
he's
really think the fall
Dreamville
off
Fest.
is it. Yeah, Dreamville. This will be the last Dreamville
he's
Fest.
Really. I feel like he gonna bow out. And we ain't never gonna see him again.
I'm not mad at him. When I listen to this audio series, bro, he been through a lot. And I think he just wants to live. He thoroughly just wants to be a family man at this point, bro.
I guess so, man. Hey, it's a sad day.
Is it though?
Drake's on the downfall.
There's a lot of
Kendrick
niggas you
murdered
wish
him.
Just stop.
And J. Cole's just like, hey, I'm good.
I'm going to get on this microphone. If y'all niggas is really out here and y'all artists and y'all hungry,
it's the time.
This is the time.
It's the time.
Drake is down. Y'all niggas could be up.
Here's my thing.
Open your third
They
eye.
should have never vocalized it. Once they acknowledged the big three-ness, it destroyed the big three. Drake's like Icarus. The nigga got too close to the sun and touched it. And he burnt to a crisp and fell to the ground.
He was invited.
It is the end of an era
that
I will never listen to music again.
He was window shopping, like 50 would like to say. Finally, the niggas was like, yo, come in the store. You've been out here for a minute. Finally, they let him in the store. This nigga started acting weird. So now it's like,
weird. Like you ain't never been there before. You know what they say? Act like you've been there before.
Literally, you were acting weird.
So I feel like I'm gonna cry.
I know they don't do. I feel like SoundCloud don't got SoundCloud in like that. Get in the booth, drop that shit on Apple Music.
Do something.
Get on the mic. Do something.
There is a vacuum in the void.
I do feel like
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch is dropping.
Hey,
where you at?
My nigga's up. He's
Roddy
dropping
Ricch.
the right
time. Lil Durk go to jail for the rest of his life. Where you at? Corday. Where you at?
West Coast.
What did you think of
this
Corday's
is your time.
Album?
Yes.
What did you think of Corday's album, Jake?
It was cool.
That's the nigga with the lisp, huh?
It was good. It was cool. But this is the time.
I didn't mean to be funny.
The new big three needs to come. Little baby, where are you?
In Harvard, chill.
Future, do it up.
Getting a degree. Nah. Future got to stop.
Time to take over your house.
Future has to come up with jazz music. Just come up with some smooth operator shit.
Somebody come. This open.
No. It's time for a new wave. I think now we're in that.
Well, the
transition.
women got it. The women got it now.
Pussy power.
The women got it.
I need more bars from the lady though. I say that respect.
Have you not heard
respect taken? We got.
Have you not heard of Dolce, bruh?
That's one.
Can we talk? Yo,
you just
Dolce got TDE and the fucking hip hop on her fucking back. This bitch said, "Don't worry, I got it."
This is what I wanted from Rhapsody. This is what I wanted from Rhapsody.
Now I'll say this.
I'm not saying she's better, but this is the type. This
hold on. I need Dolce to collect her Grammys. I need Rhapsody. You got to have some shit in the chamber, baby, because this is your time. This is your time.
She just dropped one this year.
I know she did, but this is
she's nominated for a Grammy.
She is. She's nominated for Best Rap Album.
She's
nominated for Best Rap Album. Yeah, Best Rap Album. But I'm just saying,
now,
this is this is the time.
Do we think Rhapsody is meant for mainstream? This is a real ass question.
She's not.
Because
No, she's
No.
not, no.
there are artists out there, the moment they went mainstream, I was bumping her and LMA and all them bitches before they got mainstream. The moment they got mainstream, it got weird. Summer Walker was bumping her shit well before she got famous. Then we started doing surgeries and getting weird. You know what I mean?
By the
Yeah,
way,
having babies.
Just
Scissors
saying.
dropping the bonus album for SOS.
I don't like it. Why is she doing this again?
What do you mean?
She's going on tour.
This is her time to market the fuck out of that. First of all, SOS was a beautiful piece
It
of work.
was. But what's with the
Beautiful.
deluxe? Why can't it just be another album?
She said, "You motherfuckers want more? Are you
Y'all
not
niggas
entertained?"
need to play it back.
Yeah. See
I'm
what
not saying it's a bad album, beautiful album. I want to go.
She's
wanna go.
betting
By the way,
at 1,000.
I'm getting
She
my
said,
fund ready now. I'm getting my
I'm from around
Kendrick
the
and
way.
Scissor fund now. I told my wife I'm getting the good seats. I'm
Tragically,
putting money
I don't
away.
think I'll be at this concert. Ain't no way.
I gotta make. I'm mad I didn't go to Kendrick's other one, so I gotta go to this one. I have no choice.
I
got
put it. You know how they say you always. Hey, you part of the
two
Beehive,
trips in
Casey.
24.
You got a
And
Beyonce.
like
fund.
Beyonce,
25.
and now Beyonce, I think she's gonna drop something too though. So I think she gonna be like, "Yo, I'm about to take it to the
Go
who."
on tour.
This bitch is nasty.
Nah,
She
the
has
tour's
to be,
coming
right?
next year.
Beyonce,
The tour's coming next year. Oh no, the album came out last year.
See what I'm saying?
Nah, the
But
tour
that's-
got to be coming soon.
But that's how she
Because
moves. She gives you time to memorize the songs.
You know when she gonna announce it?
The
Christmas.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Damn.
That she hits on the big ticket out.
Oh.
She'll do it on Christmas.
Casey,
Super
get your
Bowl,
funds
like,
together. Get your funds together now. Open. I
You
know
know
you got
how
your
much-
Beyonce fund. I know you already got the Beyonce fund. You got to put.
I'm gonna have to Klarna. I'm gonna have to Klarna. That's what it's
Casey,
gonna have to
do
be.
not Klarna. Do not
I'm gonna have to do
Klarna.
payments.
Casey,
Tyler, I
don't do
can't.
this.
And I'm looking at this from a content creator standpoint. This is
Casey, don't do
content.
this.
So it
Don't
really
Klarna.
could be a tax write-off. No?
Do not Klarna.
What's wrong?
Okay, I won't Klarna it.
What's wrong with Klarna? I'm about to Klarna a litter box.
Y'all niggas got to stop with these.
What
with
the
these pay
fuck?
later shit.
It's $600.
Klarnaing a litter box is nasty work.
Yo, it's
You're
fucking
Klarnaing a box
autom-
so your cats can shit.
It's an automatic
Wait,
one.
hey, real quick.
cleans
my bad.
itself.
What the fuck is the difference between Klarna and putting your shit on a credit card?
Klarna's no interest.
Boom.
No interest. You
No
telling me
interest.
no interest. How the fuck they
0%
getting money?
interest.
Motherfuckers that's not making the payments, they hit you over the head.
Yeah.
So how's it no interest? Oh, you
It's
mean
zero
like if you paid on
interest.
time is no interest.
Yeah.
but late,
0%
they gonna
interest,
add-
yeah.
They add the fee.
You put
Yeah,
that
if you
shit
on
on
time
auto
with your
pay.
shit, you good.
You put it on auto pay though. You boom, boom, boom. You don't even do it.
Yeah,
I've
if you
only
don't got
done
that
it-
shit on auto pay and them niggas start
You know what
having
I do? My
to,
credit
treat
card
you like
lets me
rent a
do
center,
it.
that's a problem.
My credit card lets me do it, so I just do that instead.
This is very interesting. I don't know.
All I'm
Chase
saying
Chase
is-
Sapphire lets you do it. Like it'll break the
I'm-
payments
I'm-
up over the next
All I'm
couple
saying,
months.
Tyler, be prepared for the YouTube content because I'm outside. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
get
please
your
do,
ducats
please
in
do.
order. Because if
Yeah.
Beyonce's coming, I know I can't make my wife cry again.
What you mean?
She cried last time, man.
She claimed she didn't want to go, and I told her, I was like, "That's not."
She
that's
cried
not- we
when I was
don't-
like, "We can't."
We don't do that.
And then her father
Oh,
was
man.
like, "Here's $300," and then we was able to go.
No, because it's Tyler. I don't know if men have an equivalent to Beyonce, but there's not an option.
No, I don't. I'll tell my wife
No,
all the
you
time.
don't.
She can go with a friend. I'm not going. But she can go with a friend.
Honestly, I'd go to another Beyonce concert. That was a fun one.
I would. Don't get me wrong. I would go. But if it had to be the thing, like I could only afford one ticket.
You pay
Oh
for
yeah,
yours.
obviously she
No,
goes.
that's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
I'm not. I mean, even if I can't pay for two, I'll pay for one. You can go ahead and have a good time. I'll be
Yeah.
on the couch
I'll
chilling,
drop you
know what I'm
out.
saying?
I'll drop you off. I'll pick you
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I'll drop it out, pick up and everything. I can't do it though.
Oh, y'all are good husbands.
You know what I'm saying?
Picking up from the Beyonce concert would be a nightmare.
You know,
I know.
I've never
At
gotten
Gillette.
picked up. I've only done it where I've parked. and
Yeah, you
walked.
gotta do it. You can't
that's
get dropped off.
You know what I mean? Because it's just a
Because by the
mess.
time you get out that traffic, you might as well just turn right the fuck back around.
Yeah. I mean, by the time.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real
Makes
quick,
sense.
is this our
Oh,
this is allegedly our last episode of the year?
this is the last episode of the year, Casey.
Hell yeah. A motherfucker's tired. Give me the
Yeah.
2025.
All right,
Hey,
bad,
this is the
bad.
last
Cool.
episode of the year.
2024, it's
Well,
been ghetto.
hey.
It's been real.
Yeah.
No clearance family. This will be our last episode of the
No, that's right. Break me out for
2024
fucking
year.
peace.
We want to say thank you
Motherfuckers
to our
tired.
listeners for tuning in.
We started rambling
For
towards the end,
52
but we know we're going to miss y'all.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in for 52 weeks. Truly appreciate it. We hope you all have a great Christmas, great happy New Year.
Kwanzaa, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice birthday weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn
Finna
up,
turn
nigga.
up. So yeah, y'all enjoy. I'm gonna be turning 30, getting old like these people on the screen with me. And
Oh yeah, he joining the club. He joining the club.
Fuck he is. I'm
you better-
21.
You better take 3
What
shots.
the hell he talking about?
You gotta take 3 shots and 1 of air
okay,
for 3-0, 30.
interesting. Well, I'm going
I
to
Three
just-
Fogo,
shots and then one what?
1 of nothing. 1 of air.
I'm going to Fogo
Jalen
this
be
show,
making
so
shit
I'll
up,
be.
y'all.
I'll
I just
be.
made it up just
I'll
now.
have some
I just
food
made
in
it
me.
up now.
I'll have some food in me.
We know you just made that shit
I wanted
up.
to see if he was gonna do it himself. I wanted to see if he was
This
gonna do it.
is the No Clearance podcast. Tune in
Scooty
in January. Y'all,
It's lit. Hey, it's lit in January. That's all I'm saying.
2025, year
We're coming
5,
back.
we gonna lose our minds.
we're coming back with a fresh
We
new
gonna go
show.
crazy.
I hope you guys enjoy.
Ah! Let's go. We gonna go crazy in 2025. Ah! Look at you with my good eye. Look at you with my good eye.
Woo.
Stay black.
Peace.
Stay blessed.
Peace.
No, we gotta do that again.
Yeah, dude, I'm
That
sorry.
was
We can't
horrible.
go on that. Sorry.
Do it. Hey, I hope you all stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.